Hey coaches, what's going on? It is Coach Beast coming at you with another video. Have a really good one for you today. I'm going to be really transparent with you on the good, bad, and ugly of having a really terrible football season. I've been doing this for 15 years and I've had my share of losing seasons. I had my share of nightmare seasons, and I'm going to share with you what happened because look, at the end of the day, if you're coaching football, especially for a long time, you're going to run into issues from time to time. You're going to have bad seasons from time to time. But my goal is for you to still bounce back, be the best team in your league. Just because you don't win a championship or even having a losing season, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have a terrible program. And so I'm going to share with you exactly what happened to me and what you can do to avoid my mistakes, all right? And before we get into this video, do me a solid, like and subscribe to my channel. You'll be doing me a solid. And also, if you haven't already, I have my playbooks available. I have my 4-4 Reaper defense in the description box, and I also have my Strongman RPO Beast playbook in the description box available. So if you're interested in adding my playbooks to your playbooks, hey, go in the description box. You can get it for a very, very affordable price. All right, so let's jump right into this because I wanted, and this thing been eating me up all day. I won't lie. It's been eating me up all day. You know, sometimes just because you have success, you can be seen almost like as this invincible coach who can't do no wrong, and I've had a lot of success in my youth football coaching career, but I've also had some crappy seasons. I've had 2 seasons where I didn't win any games. And there are specific things that happened during those seasons that led to that, in my opinion. I don't think you just lose games to lose games just because you have a lack of talent. True enough, sometimes that's the case, but when you're not winning a game, not even one, there are some things that fundamentally go wrong that cause these things to happen. Because I can guarantee you, if you're losing games, it's something else in that culture that's bothering you, that's irking you. It could be the coaches, it could be your assistants, it could be your parents, it could be player issues. So I'm going to share with you 4 things that happened to me, and you may be able to connect with this, but the biggest thing is, if you're going through this or been through this, I want to give you a solution as to how to bounce back and avoid it. All right, let's get into it. So this is the first thing. You have to realize that every football season is different. Okay, you can have a successful football season, end the season winning a championship, being the second best team in the league, third best team in the league, having a winning record. And when you come back the next year, you think you're coming back with most of your players, you think you're going to come back and be phenomenal. Guess what? If you have that mindset, you can find yourself getting caught off guard and have a losing season with the same exact players that you had last season. And that's something that happened to me early in my football career and in the middle of my football coaching career. We come off of, and this is when I first actually made it to the championship at 20 years old. My very first season, I made it to the championship. I came back the following football season with a lot of my talent thinking that, okay, we the stuff, we're going to come back and we're going to win this thing. And we didn't win anything. We didn't win anything. One of the reasons why we didn't win anything was because we all came in with the mindset we didn't have to practice as hard. We didn't have to implement the system and be as detailed. We knew the system and we was going to dominate every team. Now, it's okay to have confidence, but being cocky will ruin you. Another thing, you got to understand, the teams that you're playing, they're preparing too. They're getting ready, to compete as well. And when you don't come in with the level of focus and intent that you should, you can get beat. And so that team came in with a lack of discipline. We came in with a lack of discipline, a lack of focus, and then we found ourselves getting shocked and getting beat by teams that we beat the previous year, 44-0, 33-0, whatever the score was, we was finding ourselves getting beat, and that can absolutely destroy you. And number two, and this is one I preach about a lot, if you've been watching my videos, choosing your coaching staff wisely. If you choose the wrong coaches, it will absolutely ruin your football season. You can even come back the following season with the same coaches or most of your coaching staff. And again, if you're not holding them to the same standard that you had them at in the beginning, they can get the hot head, or they can get a little ego, and they can get the big head, and they want to take over your head coaching job. Now they want to be the offensive coordinator over you because they feel like they can call plays better. Or maybe they want to be the defensive coordinator over you because they feel like they can call the plays better. It happens all the time. It's one of the most common things that I've seen in youth football is when the assistant coaches get to a point to where they feel like they can coach better than you. And some coaches, not all, but I've seen a lot, including in my program, if you're not careful, they will try to take over your program. And it's very important to be very crystal clear at the beginning of the year who's the chief, who's the boss in the program, who's the alpha. That's very, very important. And you need to make sure they're on board. If you get a sense that they're not on board, they don't like you, they feel some kind of way about you, you need to address that fast. And, I would recommend addressing it individually first, a couple of times. And then it's time to put them on point, letting him or her know you mean business. It's super important. I remember letting a guy onto my team as assistant coach. His son was on my team. His son was actually my quarterback. And I let him on my coaching staff because he was a dedicated dad. He was always working with his son. He was always, at practice, and, he was always standoffish too. He wasn't disrespectful or anything at practice. And then I liked, of course, we went to school together. I liked the guy. And then I said, you know what, I'm going to let him come on my coaching staff because I like what I see from him. Big mistake. Because as soon as I gave him that power to coach, he wanted to be offensive coordinator. And he tried to sabotage the program by talking to parents, things of that nature, creating toxicity and bad blood in the program. And I had to end up letting him go, kicking him out of the program, and then, eventually his son left about 2 weeks later. So that's an example to share with you that you can't let everybody in your program. I don't care if it's a former buddy from high school. I don't care if it's your brother. I got a story about that, but I ain't going to talk about it right now. You got, if you got family that you want to be a part, that's fine, but you need to make sure that they respect your system, so they respect your leadership philosophy, your coaching philosophy is just super important. And then next, number 3, don't let your parents control your program. This is huge. Don't let your parents control your program. I know some of you guys have board of directors, in your program, and you can't just be like the athletic director, but you got to have parents or somebody in control. Look, if you form a parents committee, you need to be very clear on the front end who's in charge. You got to have guidelines set in place. I mean, literally have documents set in place. Parent code of conduct. Let them know who's in charge, because other than assistant coaches, parents will sabotage your program faster than anybody else, especially if their son, little Johnny, they want little Johnny to be quarterback and you put little Johnny at tight end. Or if you put, if little Johnny want to be running back and little Johnny 100 pounds over the weight limit and you have to put him on the line, parents don't like it. They don't understand it, or they don't want to understand it. And so they'll be salty and mad and have their kid play. And if you start losing games, that's when they really start to cut up. That's when they really start to really try to sabotage your success and sabotage the whole program and try to get you out of there. So the same principle in place. Address that parent one-on-one, or you can have you and your assistant there. But I always believe in documenting. Document. And, you know, parents will try to go to the league administration on you as well. That's another thing you have to be mindful of. They will go to the league administration to try to get you out of there. Most league administrators deal with these toxic parents on other teams as well. So in many cases, the administration kind of shake the situation off unless it's something that's affecting the safety of the kids typically. But you need to know what the deal is, and you need to build a relationship with your league administration so they know you, they know your character, they know your leadership style. So when a parent says something about you negative, guess what? They can vouch for you and say, no, this is not even the character of Coach Beast. Coach Beast been in this league for X amount of years, or I know Coach Beast. You know, I talk to Coach Beast. We talk on the phone, things of that nature. Build relationship with your administration, okay? And then number 4, and this is the last one. You have to get organized, okay? You have to get organized. The more unorganized you are as a coach, the more inconsistent that not only your players will be, but your parents will be, your coaches will be. People won't be coming to practice consistently. People won't be doing what they're supposed to do consistently, which creates a major problem in your program. I'm here to tell you, you know, if you got an inconsistent culture in your football program, the chances of you winning a championship are slim to none. The quality of your program will be capped at a certain level because your players can't develop the way that you need them to. Your coaches can't develop the way you need them to. The parents won't respect you and be there for you the way you need them to. You know, this is why even in my online course that I've created, you know, I talk a lot about choosing the right location for your team. If the parents or the community don't want you there, don't start a team in that community, okay? Don't start a team in that community, because what you're going to get is a bunch of inconsistent parents who don't give a crap about what you have going on. They may even see you as a glorified babysitter. And that's when things begin to get very disrespectful. You find yourself losing all leverage as a head coach or a leader of your youth football program. So you just want to be careful about those things, coach, all right? And that's it. That's all I got. I just, again, wanted to be transparent with you because I've lost games. I've had terrible seasons. I've had nightmare seasons before. I've had seasons where I didn't win a game. I've had seasons where I was undefeated, you know, won championships. But at the end of the day, you grow to a point where the championships don't matter as much as being one of the most respected teams in your league, golden standard teams in your league. So again, coach, if you got value out of this video, do me a solid, like and subscribe to my channel. Again, my playbooks are in the description box. You can get my 4-4 Reaper defense or my Beast RPO playbook. Both are in the description box, only 25 bucks. I'm telling you, closer it gets to the season, those books are going up because they are super valuable. So, you know, if you've been thinking about getting the book or just been pondering, you know, I strongly recommend you getting those books. And also really excited. I do have my one-on-one coaching program, Elite, that will be available soon. I'm going to put that link down in the comments or in the description soon, where you can join my waiting list. You know what? I'm going to put it down in this video where you can join my waiting list if you are interested in joining my coaching program, my mentorship program, Elite. And Elite is for coaches who are serious about winning more games, scoring more points, becoming the golden standard in their league, and they want to win more games, and they want to be the best of the best in their league. That's what it's about. You know, some of us lose games we shouldn't lose. Some of us got the potential to be one of the best coaches and most influential coaches in your area, in your community, but you don't fully know how to kind of solve the puzzle. Well, I'm your cheat sheet to solve that puzzle, and I'm putting my 15 years of experience in there for you so I can help you be the very best you can be and build the very best team and program that you can have. All right. So with that being said, coaches, until next time, win more games, score more points, and beast out. Peace.